So another one of the defining features of a psychopath, according to this psychopath research literature, mass insanity stuff, is that they look at themselves from the outside. Well, to improve your body and to improve your mind, you have to. You have to have a kind of matrix around you in a comparison to other people. It's not psychopathy, it's normal. And so they're going to let some people do it and spin around like wheelchairs and be able to go into the play bar in beautiful dresses and have this spontaneity about them where they can hook up with people. And they're going to tell some people, no, you can't do that. That's for that. You know what, I'm going to say it, skin color, that's for that class of people that can afford it. That's for that, the people born on a certain side of the tracks. So we're going to say, you're born on this side of the tracks, you're born on this side of the tracks. And that's really basically every argument in the bell curve wars against what Charles Murray and Arthur Jensen was saying, is that that's all they're doing. Saying this correlates to this correlates to this, in terms of these tests we have, ability to conceptualize. And well, no, they're saying, oh, that's the white person, that's the white person. Okay, so now the white person's on this side of the bell curve, right? So they're saying it has a lot more to do with culture. And yes, one of the questions in the Woodcock Johnson, we all know it, is that's why psychologists, even as bogus as they are generally, it's all full wheelchair, don't waste your time on it. Even they will have to say, don't waste your time administering the test to make it look like they agree with what I'm saying. So sit in front of the therapist, come in, I'm not gonna IQ test you. Well, can I smell your panties? That's the thing with it. Like people that have to smell panties, well, I can just spread her butt cheeks apart and lick the inside of her ass crack if I want to smell her humanity. You have no body to touch people. That's about what it was. I think a beautiful psychologist, blonde hair, looked at Jan Brady like Lauren Finney on KUSI, to have a pair of a thong that rides up her ass crack and has all of her juices on it. Someone just I just come by and I pick up a pair of hermetically sealed panties from the front desk and bill them for an hour of therapy, bill Medicaid for an hour of therapy. That's aromatherapy. It's all perversion. So back to the main point, which is that with all of this, that's why they don't want to teach calculus like that to kids in elementary, even though it can be taught. And Common Core doesn't take care of it, because precisely what it would teach is just through having a body, feeling the physiological reactions to stress on the body, which builds muscle, you would be able to see the world around you as part of yourself. And this takes the religion of, we're not just, like Jim Carrey told the Maharishi School of Management in that incredible speech. He gave this speech and he said, I'm not just the person driving the convertible. I'm the convertible with the top down and the sky above me. And it would enable you to see these little micro differences between you and other people, with speech inflection, with movement, and the things about you that are spastic, and you can just spin around wildly as a spastic person and begin to chisel yourself down and up the right way that you need to, because you innately understand the curves. And accumulations have changed, rates have changed, all this stuff, integration, differentiation, and we're going to read past the second chapter in the book. We're going to talk about that coming up. But understanding, because the stuff we all know, like I said, instead of just taking someone with a perfect genius brain that lives in all the dimensions it needs to live in and say, we're just going to use linear right now, we're going to make it linear, that enables you to fit into slavery. And slavery is let someone else look down on you and say, your body's right, your body's not right. Your micro accumulations of change in terms of your every movement curve in your body, it doesn't meet this, you don't have the same kind of spontaneity. You just look at a wall right there, there's your stable baseline, there's right there, that takes care of it. And this person can do more of this in this amount of time, and this person can't do as much of that in this amount of time. And if you look at it from another dimension, their movements are different, and they're not as in terms of continuity, they're not as, what's the word? You have to have, they say when you're selling real estate, whatever it is, it's not as the same. The people that are more intelligent, you would say their movements, they're speedy and the same, versus someone that is not as intelligent, you're gonna say their movements are slower and not as the same and less stably the same. And at the most micro level, this is stuff that you walk into a casino in Las Vegas, the cameras, very high quality cameras are looking down on you. This is stuff that not even the naked eye can be observant of in large crowds, but it can. The computers can look at this optical recognition and say, this person would not be able to play poker. This person, needs to be kept away away from people, and people are going to find him awkward. He lowers the quality of the experience on the casino floor. He lowers the quality of the experience in the community. Get him out of this community. He lowers the experience of it because he's creating heebie-jeebie all around. Whereas if you were to have taught a person to be that computer and to be the psychopath, to see themselves from the outside like a camera crane descending on the man, being the hero, everyone watching him on TV as he triumphantly does this or that, and my name elevated in ways that, you know, the people that are the sheeple are just willing to, you know, he is our hero. Matthew, Ursula, URSUA kind of stuff, you know, so that's why they wouldn't want to teach that, even though they can. And people could realize, you know, education to educe, we already have it. It's to give them the language, because mathematical notation is a language, to be able to begin to be what I said, conscious developers. Because if someone's a conscious developer, they've already right there. That's a disintegrated puzzle. We slow the person down, flatten them out, give him medication, because he's going to have a lifelong IEP. No, they should just be contributing to society as slaves.